Fox News really has absolutely never been the bastion of intellect or anything that is, well nuanced, just interesting, arguments of any sort. But I mean, this is a gaffe that really, really has me just really in a weird position to watch something like this. It's very odd to see. But here is a Fox and Friends host. Fox and Friends, they do say a lot of stupid shit from time to time, actually. I remember talking about one where they asked if, one day the memorial for 9/11 will ever be taken down the same way that Confederate statues are taken down, which is a very dumb comparison, of course. But here is Fox and Friends host Ainsley Earnhardt. She's going to say that the United States defeated communist Japan.
We defeated communist Japan, radical Islamists. We ask our men and our women to go overseas to fight for our country and sacrifice so much for this great country so that we can be the land of the free, the land of the brave. We're the most generous country in all of the world. Yes, we have our faults, but because of this country, our world is definitely a better place. We are great.
Yep, communism and Japan and so many other things as well.
I'm sure that you guys already know this, but here's the thing. Here's the problem with that statement. Japan was never communist. Japan was never a communist country. But essentially at that time what it turned into was a monarchy. It was essentially a militarily fascist nation. That is what it essentially became. And of course it was known as Imperial Japan because at the time they modernized, they decided to modernize, and then they did become a force to be reckoned with for quite a while. And they started to, become an imperial nation that started going into other countries and, taking over different lands and, having wars with, the Russians and having wars in Korea and all of these different things. And then, of course, their role in World War II. Now, there was the, attempted save there at the end by, I think the guy's name is Steve Ducey. He attempted to save Ainsley by saying, yes, they have defeated communism and they defeated Japan. So I thought that was a very funny save. It's very clear that the other people, I think, on that show were not, were not really in agreement with them per se. But, oh, come on, man. I don't even know. And it looked like she was reading her papers, too. I don't know. Maybe someone can explain this to me. But I don't know can somebody explain to me, was she reading from her paper that Japan was communist, or is that just like a tick she does, or what was that? I absolutely have no clue. But man, is that bad.